Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. Jan Michael here, and welcome to my ASMR portion of the channel. Nah, just joking, guys. I actually had not planned on releasing a video this week, but thought, you know what the heck. It'd be a nice Christmas gift to you guys, plus I get to talk about some exciting releases for next year. More focused on anime, video games, and movies this time around. So I am going to be giving you some of my most anticipated, and I will only be talking about 3 per category to not overwhelm you guys. I do want this to be a more quick video, something bite-sized for you guys to enjoy. And that being said, I will also mention that these are guaranteed, as of the time of recording, to be coming out in 2022. Obviously, things can get pushed back, but I'm not going to think about that. As of right now, they are set for 2022. No TBAs, no maybe 2022s. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with anime. Okay, the first anime on my list is one that is coming out very soon, and that's Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2. Yes, there is a second part to the final season, and I do believe this is the final part. I don't believe they're going to do a part 3. That being said, my history with Attack on Titan, I jumped into it back when it first came out because everyone was saying how amazing the show was, and I saw it, and I was right on board. I was telling everybody, you gotta watch a show. This was freaking awesome. The action, the characters. This was the Game of Thrones of anime, and you just never knew who was going to die. You didn't know what revelations were gonna come next. Each episode was just jam-packed with something amazing and shocking, and it got your heart beating fast because you're like, oh my god, is this person gonna die next? What's gonna happen? Is something good gonna happen? Is something tragic gonna happen? And it kept you on your toes. It was freaking amazing. And then seasons 2 leading up to the one right before the final season, I thought were fine. They were still good seasons, and I was still enjoying them. It never reached that same level of hype that the first season gave me. But I saw the first part of the final season, and just once again, I was blown away. The fucking action was amazing. The characters were great. The revelations, just Aaron got fucking badass mode. It was just everything I wanted it to be, and it left off on a really good cliffhanger ending. So I'm super excited to see if they can stick the landing. Ending is paramount. You gotta stick the landing, otherwise everyone's just gonna talk about how disappointing the finale is. Going back to Game of Thrones, what does everybody talk about? Talk about the disappointing ending. So Attack on Titan, don't fuck this up. Just finish on a high note. I believe in you. Next on my list is Bleach, 1,000-Year Blood War. Now, this is one that I am very cautious on because going back to my history with Bleach, the manga for Bleach started coming out when I was in high school. And this, along with Naruto and One Piece, were the mangas that I kept up with, even when I dropped all other manga. Just because they had been with me for so long, I said, you know what, I've devoted so much of my life to these already that I at least got to finish these ones. I don't care about any of the rest, just these ones, got to finish them. And Bleach got to the point where it was like my favorite of the 3 for a while. I loved the style of it. I loved the characters. I loved the world. I wanted to know more about it. And I was just super on board with everything that the manga was doing. And then, as I'm sure most of you who follow Bleach know, it fucked up. It fucked up, like around the Hueco arc, just like it started getting really dull and repetitive, and it started doing that thing that I fucking hate that anime does, where people get power boosts for no fucking reason. It's just a deus ex machina of, oh, hey, now you're more powerful than the bad guy, and, you know, I hate that. I fucking hate that in anime. I much rather when the characters train and they get to the level of being badass rather than just giving it. So it fucked it up, and it even fucked up its amazing ending. It had this really great ending all set up where Ichigo so much for such a long time, and I'm hoping on to every little bit of hope I can, and praying to the anime gods that they fix this final arc, that the anime rectify and really fix all the mistakes that came from the manga. with respects to the creator, of course. But good lord, I'm really, really hoping that they turn this around, because I would love for this to be the thing, the catalyst to bring me back as a fan and say, holy shit, yes, Bleach is everything I loved about it. It's back. Um, but deep down, I know this is probably just gonna make me pissed off all over again. So we'll see. I'll remain weirdly optimistic for now. And then wrapping up the anime portion, I have something that just got announced today. Today, my day of filming, I woke up, saw this news, and was just super hyped about it. And that is Overlord Season 4. If you guys haven't seen Overlord, you guys just got to get on that shit, right? Like, I got into it because Season 3 was about to come out. I wasn't watching anything at the time, and I said to myself, I'll just binge watch the first 2 seasons. And holy crap, it is fucking amazing. It's just, again, to repeat myself with my previous 2 picks, fucking great characters, great world, great action. You have this protagonist who is like, he's like the anti-hero. Like, at first you're rooting for him, even though he has to do some evil shit to kind of fit into this role and to get what he needs done. He needs to do some pretty bad stuff, but he always like also does good with it as well. Like, the bad things that he did, there was good that came from it. And then the 3rd season came out, and it was just like, holy shit, the things that he does and the tugging of your heartstring and the characters that die that you don't expect them to, and it just fucking kicks it up a notch. And I thought maybe that last season was so polarizing that they were never gonna greenlit a 4th season. And I was so sad because I'm like, man, this is such a good show. I really want to see the ending to it. And I wake up and they're like, hey, guess what, guys? Overlord Season 4 coming out 2022. And I was like, holy shit, yes, we're going to see the continuation of it. Hands down, this is right now my most anticipated anime of 2022. Again, if you guys haven't seen it, huge recommendation for me. You definitely got to go see it. It's not a waste of your time. Fucking excellent. And definitely my number 1 right now. Okay, and then with anime out of the way, let's go ahead and pivot onto video games next. And starting off my list, I have one that is also coming out fairly soon, and that's Elden Ring. This is from the same company that does the Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Sekiro, and Bloodborne, which is hands down one of my favorite games of all time. Now we have Elden Ring. This is their semi-open world, from what I understand, take on the genre. But you also have the writings of the very talented George R.R. Martin. So how the fuck can I not be hyped about this? How can you not be hyped about this? It looks amazing. I've actually been trying to steer away from any information just because I want to be surprised as I go through the game. I don't want anything ruined. The few things I have seen about it, the few trailers I've seen, have just blown me away. So very, very excited. It comes out in February, so yeah, they're less than 2 months away. I can't wait. Fucking, this is my first big purchase of 2022, and I'm very much looking forward to it. Next up on the list is God of War Ragnarok, and I was actually struggling with this or a few other titles, but I think the one that really pushes this to the forefront of my mind is, first and foremost, it's a sequel to the very excellent God of War. I've actually been a fan of the franchise since back when the first God of War came out, and I've been following it ever since. Just about every single one of those games is just fucking on another level. And when they came out with God of War 2 years ago, I believe it is now, it was phenomenal. Like, it was exactly what that series needed to bring in some fresh life into it. Just freaking amazing. So first, you get the sequel to a very, very great game. And second, the fact that this is actually going to be wrapping up the story for this arc. And huge respect, because I understand, making games 3-parters nowadays it's like a 6-8 year task. So you don't get to see the continuation or the finale of something for almost 10 years. And I know that that's a long time, right? And so mad respect for them being, no, we don't want to do that. We want to wrap it up in 2 games worth. I have full trust in those guys. First game, again, just fucking amazing. So really looking forward to what they do with this one. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about it. I know this is on most people's most anticipated list, so it's not a huge shocker to find it here for me. And then number one, I cannot not put this at my number one. And we just got the confirmation it is set for 2022. And that is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. The Legend of Zelda is my favorite video game franchise of all time. I love every single one of those games, even the bad ones. And yes, there are bad ones. I'm not a, mindless fanboy when it comes to things. If there are criticisms about it, I am going to share the criticisms and talk negatively about it if I have to. But that being said, I will still play them just because I fucking love that. That's really fanboy. That should be what fanboyism is about, right? You support the games even when they're not good, but you're still willing to talk about the negative aspects of it so that they can improve because you want things to be good, right? So hands down, really excited for this one. And I have my hopes for it, and I don't believe they're going to tackle some of my concerns. The biggest one for me being the world, fucking fantastic world with lots to explore. But the one aspect about it that I really wanted to see more about is more of a community aspect to it. There's still a little bit of towns in the world of Hyrule in Breath of the Wild, but it didn't feel fully fleshed out. I was really hoping for almost like a Majora's Mask thing where characters will be in certain places at certain times and maybe certain quests revolve around meeting them at certain points or just something like that. That there's an ecosystem there that you can see, that you can follow, and you can see people's pattern and really see these characters as almost like real people in the game. And I get that really wasn't the focus. I mean, Hyrule's practically destroyed in Breath of the Wild, so I know that really wasn't on the forefront of their minds, and there was so much else that probably not was their main concern was. I don't know how much time is going to pass between the first installment and the new installment, but man, if there's some more reconstruction, if there's some more cities, towns, and you can see more of that, I'm be super hyped. The trailers that have come out haven't really shown anything like that, so again, I doubt that's where their focus is, but that's really what I would love to see in the sequel. But again, no matter what they do, even if it just isn't as good as the first Breath of the Wild, I'm still going to be there. I'm going to play the shit out of it. And hands down, just my most anticipated game of next year. And now pivoting on to movies. Originally I had John Wick Chapter 4 in this slot, but I wake up today and I see the news going, nope. Turns out they decided to delay that to 2023, so I'm just going to go ahead and put Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness in here instead, especially after just coming out of seeing Spider-Man No Way Home. I am very much looking forward to seeing what they do next in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So yeah, just a last-minute addition, but still one that I'm very excited for. Moving on from that one, I have Babylon. I don't know how many of you guys have heard of this one, but this is Damien Chazelle's new movie. Damien, definitely one of my favorite directors working at Hollywood today. He's made some of my favorite films of the last decade. Whiplash, you have La La Land, and even First Man that I wasn't as big a fan as, still very solidly directed and executed. And that one even got a couple of Oscar nominations as well, so fucking Damien, he's on point. So, of course, I'm super excited for his follow-up film here. And this one, kind of going back to Hollywood, only now set in the golden age of Hollywood. So it's not a modern telling. Again, just going back to the olden days. And yeah, just super fucking excited to see it. Great star cast in this one. I don't know what else to say. We don't really have much more information other than that, but when you have a director that you really like to follow, just hearing that they're making another film is enough to get you pumped. And that's what Damien's films do to me. And then wrapping up my list here, once again, I have something that we just fucking got the announcement on today. Although in this case, it's the trailer that just dropped today, and that is The Northmen. I'm showing you clips of the trailer now, no doubt. And please, after you're done with this, just go watch the trailer. Like, just see it in its entirety. It is fucking amazing and it's got me super fucking hyped. This one is by Robert Eggers, who, if you guys don't know, this is the one guy that made The Witch and made The Lighthouse. Two excellent films. And The Northmen just looks like another fucking, knocked it out of the park hit with him. Obviously, don't know yet. We haven't seen the film, but again, just like when you have directors that you love to follow and you love their work, just hearing that they're making another movie just gets you excited. But we also have the trailer, so the trailer fucking fire. Just go check that shit out. I've seen it like 5 times already just because it's such a goddamn good trailer. Really, really excited. And just as a side note, does anybody get a Vinland Saga feel from this movie? I don't know if you guys have seen the anime Vinland Saga, but I was watching the trailer, I'm like, holy shit, what is this? Like a live action adaptation of Vinland Saga? It's not. It's just like, it reminds me so much of that. And on another side note, goddamn, I wish they had announced Vinland Saga Season 2 for next year, because then I definitely would have put it on my list, and I would have had a fucking Norse entry in every single category, and that would have been fucking awesome. But alas, it wasn't meant to be. That being said, really, really hyped. And that's my list, ladies and gentlemen. Tell me what you think. Are you excited for all these picks as well? Tell me what your picks are in the comments below, because I will definitely not agree and say that my picks are better. But hey, opinions, I'd love to hear them. Like always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Do the whole subscribing thing if you feel inclined to, like if you feel inclined to. Like always, please stay safe out there. Have a happy holidays, guys. I do have one more video coming at you before the end of the year, so look forward to that. And yeah, just have a good one.